Hello friends, good morning, good afternoon. My name is Sunan Sharma and welcomes to our channel Careers Talk. And these questions are provided by some of our group members who have given this Infosys exam last month. So we are shooting this session in May 2022. So you can see this is the latest one which is available, and these are pretty much similar what is the student has got in their exams. So you can use this. All these are a little bit tricky one, and I would say little tough as well. In the beginning, a couple of puzzles are tough, but then as and when we will slowly progress, you will find it a little bit easy as well. See, the idea behind these puzzle by the Infosys or by any IT company is they just want to check about your logical reasoning, how good you are in your technical aspect, your ability to think. That's the only purpose. They don't want to fail you in all these exams. They also want to hire you, right? So that's the purpose. But yeah, sometimes these are little tricky one. So let's see. We have covered all most of the type puzzles which are asked in that set of exams, and these are the similar patterns which we have seen in the past as well. So let's start it without further delay. Okay, friends. So let's talk about the solutioning part. So if you see over here, we have 36, which is nothing but 6 square, right? Then we have something 4, which is nothing but a 2 square, right? So can we make out that 6 into 2 is 12, which is one of the number over here, right? Now let's talk about the other number, which is, let's say 7 square equal to 49. Yes, let's leave this x for a time in. Now if you see over here, if we multiply this 7 by 2, we are getting 14. So this 2 is nothing but this one. So let's mark these numbers because these are the important ones. 6, 2, right? And let's say this 7, right? So you can see this 7 into 2 is 14. Yeah, so we have 14 over here. Now with this logic, let's see, what do you think, which number should come in the place of x, right? So we logically think, then we have 6 into 5, 6 into 5 equal to 30, and then we have 7 multiplied by 5 equal to 35. So 5 is coming. So with this logic, our answer should be 25. So 25 is the right answer. I hope it is clear. If you still feel that there is something not clear, you can always ask me in the comment box, and pause this video for a moment, think about it, and then I'm sure you will understand it very easily, right? So now let's move on to the other puzzle. Okay, friends, so this is consists of 2 different boxes, and it looks very complex, but I'm assured you that it's not that complex, right? It's just like if we understood the concept, if we understood the logic, it's pretty easy. Okay, so let's start one by one, the solutioning part. Okay, be there with me in every step, otherwise you will lose it. Okay, so let's start it. Okay, so you can see something over here. Okay, friends, so be with me. So let's talk about 4 plus 3 plus 4, that is 11. Be there with me, don't worry. The other one is 5 plus 1 plus 7, that is 13. Then we have 4 plus 4 plus 9, that is 17. So what is basically happening over here? The sum of all the digit in the rows is a prime number, and the formation goes like this consecutive prime numbers, right? So this is what we can see from this particular pattern. So the next step is 12 plus 21 plus 28, which is equal to 61. Then we have 21 plus 12 plus 34, which is equal to 67. Now the next sum should be 71. How we can achieve that? 17 plus 14 plus, let's say, x equal to 71. So x equal to, so x equal to 71 minus 17 plus 14, which is 40. So our answer for this particular problem is 40. I hope it's clear. If not, please do ask. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay, friends, so this third one looks pretty complex. Now we have 3 different boxes out here. Let's talk about the solutioning part, how we can achieve our solution. Okay, now if you see over here, we have boundary blocks, which are nothing but 4 plus 5 plus 3 plus 7, which is 19. Now multiply it with the number of blocks surrounding the center block. So the number of blocks surrounding the center block are 4, right? So let me just put over here for you guys. Center block 4, right? Now what we can do, we can simply multiply 90 by 4, which is 76. Similarly, in the second figure, what we can do, same, 8 plus 1 plus 9 plus 2 plus 2 plus 4, which is 26. Friends, you can also do all this with your own hand as well. That's not a problem. You should try all these things yourself as well, so that you will understand it, right? So this 26 we have achieved. Now what next we have to do? We have to add the last block as well, right? So 26 into 6 equal to 156, right? So the last block will be 8 plus 1 plus 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4, which is equal to, if we add all these things, it will come around 30. So that is the thing, right? Now what we can do, same 30 multiplied by 8, which is 240. So our answer is 240, right? Pause this video. I know it's little complex to understand in the beginning. Pause it, think it, rewind it, and understand it again. I'm sure that you will get it easily. Okay, so now let's move on to the other problem. Okay. Okay, friends, compared to previous three, this looks little easy, right? Let's see. So let's find out what we can do about this particular puzzle. Okay, so if you see those numbers, let's do 23 into 23, which is 529, right? And if we add these numbers, 5 plus 2 plus 9, it come out 16, right? Now let's multiply this one, 29 into 29, which is 841. And let's add again 8 plus 4 plus 1 equal to 13. So this is what you can see in this particular pattern. Now similarly, what we need to do, 31 into 31 equal to 961. So we will do similarly like here and here we have done, right? So we will do the same. 9 plus 6 plus 1 equal to 16, right? So answer is 16 for this problem, right? Now let's see some more puzzle. Let's move on. Okay, friends. So this also maybe for some of you guys looks complex, but it's not that complex. In fact, it's pretty easy if you see all these figures, right? Let's find out how we can resolve this. So let's talk about the very first figure first. Okay. So if you see these two numbers over here in this cross, what they are doing, they are just doing multiplication. So 5 into 3 plus 6 into 4, that is 39. Exactly this is what happening, right? In the second one, same pattern, 5 into 4 plus 5 into 2, that is 30. And for the third one, we follow the same thing, 8 into 6 plus 4 into 5, which is 68, right? So you know now the answer. Yes. So again, it looks little complex, but it's not the case, right? So now let's move on to the other one. Okay, friends. So this is a little different one, 4 by 4 grid. You can see over here. Here we have 4 rows and 4 different columns. And I'm sure this is pretty straightforward and easy for you if you just find that logic. So let's see. So if you see C1 equal to 7 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4, which is 14. If we do C2 equal to 3 plus 8 plus 1 plus 2, which is again 14. If we see C3, this is nothing but 6 plus 5 plus 2 plus 1, again 14. So C4 is 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus x equal to 14. So x equal to 14 minus 10. So x equal to 4. So 4 is our correct answer for this particular puzzle. I hope you have seen this. It's pretty easy. Let's move on to the other one. So this is again a 3 by 3 grid, but believe me friends, this is a complex one. So just watch every step one by one. Yeah, stay with me. Do not lose what I am telling you. So pay attention. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what's happening over here. So if you see the row 1, let's like this, row 1 is 14. Sum of the complete row is 14. The sum of row 2 is, if you add all these number, come out 23, right? Now for R3, it's 13 plus question mark, right? Now for columns, sum of columns, first one is 16, sum of columns second is 23, and for C3 it's 11 plus question mark or X, right? Now if we see the diagonal, these are called diagonals, right? Diagonals, right? So sum of the diagonals, diagonal 1, let's say, is 17. Diagonal 2 is 14 plus X or question mark. Now you have to do an analysis of this particular thing which we have done so far. Now if you see, sum of R2 is sum of column 2, which is 23, right? Did you find this? That these both sum of R2 and sum of column 2 are same. Now sum of R1 equal to sum of column 3, which is 14. So we can use this one. So this is our one equation over here, right? Similarly, sum of R3 equal to sum of column 1, which is 16 equal to 13 plus question mark, right? So this is the equation. Now with this, let me write it down over here. Diagonal 1 sum equal to diagonal 2 sum, which is 17 equal to 14 plus question mark. So from this one, let's assume this is as this one is, let's say, 1. Let's call this equation 1 and call this as 2 and call this equation as 3, right? So I think now it's easy for you to just identify what is X, which is 3. Friends, let me know if you guys are able to deduce this based on these 3 equations. Okay, let me just try to make it a little bit more easier for you. I am just removing all this stuff and I'll just put the equations only. So I'm just removing all this for you for a time being. Yeah. Okay, let me write it down again. Okay. So first equation is 14 equal to 11 plus X. Second, 16 equal to 13 plus X. And third equal to 17 equal to 14 plus X, right? So with all these 3 equations, you can easily deduce that X equal to 3, right? And that's our answer. I hope it's clear now. Let's move on to the other one. Okay, so this one is little different again. So all our questions which we are done so far, all these are pretty different. You're not able to find any similar logic in all these questions, and which is good, so that you will learn something different every time, right? Now this one is again, let's try to put our logic over here. Okay, so for row 1, you can see 2 into 3, which is 6, and then 6 into 3, which is 18. So this is R1. Now for R2, 4 into 5, which is 20, and then we have 20 into 5, which is 100, right? And for R3, we can deduce that 3 into 7 equal to 21, and 21 into 7 equal to 147. Now, if you see with this logic, the missing number could be 3, right? You may think that 3 is the right answer, and you can just click 3 and you can move on, but that's not the case. This is logic 1. Now let's talk about logic 2, which is row 1 equal to 6 multiplied by 2 plus 1, which is 18. For row 2, we have 20 into 4 plus 1 equal to 100. And for R3, we have 21 into 6 plus 1, which is 147. So with this logic, 6 is also the right answer. So in this case, we'll go with both 3 and C. So you can see over here, we have option both. So that will be the right answer for this particular question. Just stop it, pause it, and just look into it again one more time. Let me know if you don't understand anything out of it, right? Let's move on. Okay, so let's talk about this particular puzzle. Will you able to find any pattern, any square, anything which is multiplication is? No, nothing. Let's see how we can resolve that. Okay, so if you see over here, 6 plus 4 square is 10 square, that is 100. Similarly, 4 plus 9 square is 169. Then 8 plus 1 square is 81, right? So you can see over here, we got our answer. So this is how we have resolved this particular puzzle. Let's move on. Okay, so in this problem, the logic is column 1 equal to row 1 plus row 2. That result into R3. So 44 plus 12 equal to 56. Similarly, 48 plus 30 equal to 78. Therefore, 14 plus 51 equal to 65. So in this case, 65 is our right answer. Correct? Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, let's try to find the logic over here. So in the first column, you can see that 11 square minus 1 square equal to 121 minus 1, which is 120. This is C1. In C2 column, you can see this is 7 square minus 2 square equal to 49 minus 4, which is 45. In the third column, now you can see it's 5 square minus 3 square, which is 25 minus 9, which is 16. So the missing number is 16. Most of the question you will find is based on square, so it's always good to know the square root of most of the numbers. So this is the answer for this particular puzzle. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, I hope by this time, if you're still here by now, please do like and subscribe before we move on to the next question. I hope you have learned something different today. If you're a student, fresher, please do subscribe to our channel, friends. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. Okay, so this is a 3x3 grid, and this one is little complex. Let's see what's happening in our row 1. So let's put it R1 equal to. Now, if you see over here, we are taking 72 divided by, again bracket, 24 by 2, which is 72 divided by 12, which is 6. This is our R1. For R2, let's put 96 divided by 16, 2 equal to 96 by 8, which is 12. So the missing number in the third row will be X. So let's this logic. Let's see. 108 by X by 2, which is 18 equal to X by 2, which is equal to 108 by 18. So if you do all this multiplication and divide, the answer should come as 12, right? So for this particular problem, the answer is 12. Now let's move on to the next problem. Okay, friends, so this one is little easy compared to the previous one. Let's see the logic over here. So our R1 is 28 into 7 into 5, which is 20. In the second row, it's 84 into 12 into 5, which is 35. And in our R3, with this logic, it should be 45 into divided by 9, sorry, into 5. So it's 25. If you understand the logic, the answer is pretty straightforward. Yeah. So let's move on to the other one. Okay. So let's move on to the. Okay, so this one is 3x4 grid. You can see over here. Let's start with the columns here. So first column is 17 minus 11, which is 25 minus 19, which is 6. Go to the second column. It's 12 minus 6, 24 minus 28, which is, if we use this to logic, so for the third column, let's assume it's x. So x minus 8 equal to 19 minus 11. Yeah, so 8 equal to, so this 19 minus 11 is 8. So our x equal to 16. This one go this side. So positive, so answer should be 16. I hope it is clear for this particular puzzle. The answer is 16. Let's